After a long delay and incredibly boring months of Destiny content, we finally got the new expansion Beyond Light, with the introduction of a new place to explore, a new subclass, and so much more content. Before we get into this though, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more, as it's free to sub and you can always unsubscribe later, but let's just get right into this. So first things first is I'm still working on a more thorough review on Beyond Light, as this video is just over my initial thoughts of it, as I haven't had enough time with the game yet. Anyway though, let's just get straight into the video. So Beyond Light brought with it the moon of Europa, which in my opinion is like the moon but icy and better in every way. But this moon is actually really cool, that was super fun to explore when the game launched, and it's fairly big, which was surprising as I wasn't expecting it to be as big as it was. And of course with this came with the campaign, which I'm not going to spoil at all in case you haven't played it, but the campaign was actually fairly good and long. That took around 5 to 8 hours to complete, which I still don't know if that's the norm because Forsaken was like that, or if I'm just blinded by the shortness and how bad Shadowkeep was. And while I guarantee you the story will be built on more with time, I still say that the ending of the story wasn't as great as I wanted it to be, and the final boss, while somewhat hard if you're underleveled, it was still a little bit boring, which this is one thing I do wish they would do with campaigns like this, is to add something like raid aspects for bosses to make them a little bit more immersive instead of just holding mouse 1 on someone, which this also brings me to my next point, that is Stasis. Now, Stasis is a new subclass that came with this expansion. It's really nice, and it's extremely fun to use, and you can do really weird things with it, like boosting off a wall and freezing enemies midair. It's just extremely fun. Now, while I do really like this new subclass in every way, from the sound of the Stasis to the usability of it, I do have to say it's a little bit overpowered currently, and mainly on Warlocks, as you can literally melt raid bosses in seconds with a simple right click, then left click.
Let me know when you're good.
Go.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
You just have to use the GL and freezer!
Oh my god! What?
Bungie, no! Bungie, no!
Oh my god.
So don't get me wrong, I really do like these new abilities, but they definitely need some work, which they're obviously going to be tweaked, so I'm not too worried about that. But day 1 launch, having Stasis as a Warlock was an actual cheat code. Now, on the same note with Stasis though, is a new exotic weapon that its main feature is just Stasis. Now, this gun, in my opinion, is just not it. The gun does literally no damage, and all it does is just freeze people, allowing you to shoot them with another gun to do damage. Now, in some cases, it is nice, but overall, I find no reason to have the gun to freeze enemies for a short amount of time when you literally have a whole subclass that can do that. However, I do have to say, the quest that came with this gun and to get it was actually really funny and really good, so if you have the quest, I really recommend you do it, because I think you'll get a good laugh from it and you'll thoroughly enjoy it. Now, other from that, there's the other exotic, which is amazing, and that's No Time to Explain, which is from Destiny 1, just different in some ways in this game. First things first, this is probably my favorite primary exotic for PvE, as it's just fun to use, and when you get the catalyst for it, you're doing insane damage with it. The only downside to this gun, in my opinion, is that you need the expansion to actually get it, but if you play Destiny enough, you should really consider this expansion, as it's really good. Now, the crazy thing too is that the entire game kind of got worked on with this expansion too, from Titan, Mars, Mercury, and Io all leaving, which I'm fine with because there's really no reason to go to those places unless if you're a new light player. Now, I am a little sad that I didn't get to finish my Lost Prophecy verse, as I was on the last one, but also with this, they also revamped Gambit, so it's a little bit more bearable to play, and just made everything better overall. Now overall, I really do like this expansion. It does make the game better in every way in my opinion, and I didn't even get to everything I wanted to in this video, like how the new Ghost works, how the Sparrows work now, how you have armor mods that are different and whatnot, but overall, in my personal opinion, this expansion makes the game feel more like Destiny 1 without being Destiny 1, and I'm loving it because I'm just getting insanely weird Destiny 1 vibes with it, and that's just all I want from a new expansion. But I am really surprised and happy with how this expansion turned out and the direction they're going with it, so hopefully they keep this momentum going, but only time we have to go with that one. So again, before we leave, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more, and remember, I will be working on a review later, but other from that, until next time, see ya.